pouring out of the first bowl, verse 2. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon uh, them which worshipped his image. That's Revelations chapter 16 and verse 2. The McGee Absurdist translation is, and the first went and poured out his bowl into the earth, and it became, there broke out a noisome and grievous sore upon the men that had the mark of the beast and that worshipped his image. Vincent writes in his word study in the New Testament, and Daryl has each angel underlined as his turn comes, withdraws from the heaven scene. And in other words, the angel leaves the place of mercy, of the mercy seat in heaven, and executes judgment. Daryl has this underscored. He leaves heaven and pours a judgment bowl of wrath upon the earth. The first bowl of judgment is quite interesting. It looks as though God is engaged in germ warfare upon the followers of Antichrist. Scripture states that the life of the flesh is in the blood, and also death is in the blood. These purifying sores are worse than leprosy or cancer. As man discovers a remedy for one disease, another is more frightful appears. Well, there were sores with AIDS, wasn't there? As well, this was written before AIDS came on the scene, or else he probably would have included that here as well. These are judgments of God by which he reveals physically that man is morally utterly corrupt, and given the lasciviousness of the great tribulation period, probably the that will be part of the acts of worship of the beast and the false prophet and the antichrist, is that probably they will have sexually transmitted diseases, and so that would make sense with these sores as well. Daryl underscores this. The first bowl of wrath compares to the sixth bowl in Egypt and is the same type of sore or bowl. See Exodus chapter 9, verse 8 through 12. It is interesting to note that Moses predicted coming judgment upon Israel similar to this. It has not as yet been fulfilled. This prediction is found in the book of Deuteronomy. And Daryl underscored this. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. Now, here is the list of them. And Daryl has this underscored: the Lord will smite thee with the botch of Egypt, and with the uh, emerods, and with the scab, and with the itch thereof thou canst not be healed. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 27. These diseases are incurable, according to Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 35. And Daryl has this underscored: the Lord shall smite thee in the knees and in the legs with a sore botch, and cannot be healed from the sore of thy foot unto the top of thy head. Actually, I'm getting confused. My highlighting and his underlining. Sorry about that. These are uh, pre- uh, predictions of Moses. Now, here is the book of in the book of Revelations. Daryl did underscore this, that the noisome and grievous sore is for those who receive the mark of the beast. As we have already seen, those who did not receive the mark have been in a bad way also. They have not been able to buy or sell. If a man has a starving family, I'm not going to blame him for breaking into a market and getting food for them. It has been a desperate time for those who have refused the mark. But now, and Daryl underscores this, at the end of the Great Tribulation, those who have the mark and have enjoyed all the privileges it brought are going to be judged by God. May I add a personal comment here? I have always felt that my first bout with cancer was a judgment from God. I feel the same way today. The fact that God healed me is a sign that He forgave me, and He has given me my greatest ministry since then. I am rejoicing in that. But during the Great Tribulation, God's judgment of uh, of this terrible sore, which is probably worse than cancer, does not cause men to turn to God. And that concludes